Also, just a quick intervention. Who here? I only posted it about a couple of hours ago, or maybe even a while ago. There was a guy that Henrik exposed me to. I think it was he. Henrik even included me in a group chat with him. We were just talking about meat and so on and so forth. I think it was him, Henrik. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he was a guy who had been eating a terrible diet. He got a root canal. He got all these problems. He ate like shit. Was they put him on medications, and he got tinnitus, vertigo, earfulness, fatigue, depression, anxiety. Tried to commit suicide. And the start of it was all this poor food. It was all the shit food. Like he said, he grew up in I think he's Jewish. He grew up in a typical Jewish community in New York. His words, and he, bagel with schmear and shit food, just carbohydrates and crap. Just I have like baklava over here. It's garbage. It tastes amazing, but it's garbage. But the point is, he went onto a totally meat diet, and he's very organ based. He eats raw. I don't really advise that, but he has grass fed, grass finished raw food, and he completely reversed all of his symptoms in like 6 months. He had vertigo so bad he'd vomit from it almost weekly, I think he said. It's so fascinating. And then I had the other guy I posted here talk about liver as well. Plants are not our friends, guys. They want us dead, they want to kill us, they're doing everything they can to do that. Give it 100,000 years and, well, to be honest, I was going to say give it 100,000 years and plants will be smarter and will be more dangerous. But that's not true because we keep breeding them. No one knows that bananas and most watermelons are not, what we eat has been manufactured. Bananas are these tart, disgusting, full of nuts, gross things, and watermelons usually had none of that pink stuff in it at all. We engineered this food. Does that sound healthy? Watermelon is one of the only fruits that can cause diabetes because it's so shit for you. As are bananas, and I think another one too. I forget about. It's so bad. I had a friend Daniel who was a vegan, and he was so sick that he thought he had to go on a watermelon only diet. Like because a guru told him to do that. Slowly we inch. Who the fuck doesn't go to prison after telling someone they should have a watermelon only diet? I mean, I don't know if he was paying the bloke. Maybe it'd be a different story if he was paying him. Oh, goodness me. It's just insane to me. Anyway, so it's just meat, guys. Meat is health. You want more animals to die in more painful ways? You go vegan. You want to cure your own health problems and be nice to animals and fix the environment? Eat sustainably farmed, grass-fed, grass-finished beef, chicken, eggs, pigs. I know some people here can't eat pigs because of their dietary requirements. That's fine. Have the beef. Eggs, it's amazing. Fatty acids, full amino acid profile, which are omegas in there. Some have iodine. If give them iodine. They get sunlight. All of the nutrients that humans need. Guys, let me explain something to you, okay? Animals are the middlemen. And people who are morons will say, oh, why don't you just cut out the middleman and just eat what the animals eat? Well, that's really smart. Except for this, you can't absorb, your stomachs don't work the way that animals' stomachs work. What do you if it's that simple, why don't there's cows 20 meters away from me. Maybe I should just go with them and start eating the grass. Ridiculous. And they say, oh no, well, you can't do that. You need to have human-based foods. And then you have to supplement with B12 and DHA because they'll try and tell you that linoleic acid, you can turn linoleic acid into DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, which you can't, barely. And then saturated fat's deadly. Then why do cows eat grass and their four stomachs convert it into saturated fat before they consume it? The logic, you could drive a truck through the logic of eating plants. Carbohydrates, fruits, salad, quinoa, rice. It's not food. It's shit. And it's so upsetting to me. It's so depressing to see so much horseshit ramping up. Who here knows who Stephen Gundry is? Stephen Gundry. Stephen Gundry used to be a hero of mine. He was a heart surgeon. And that's not why he was a hero. He was a hero because he would prevent people from getting triple bypass surgery, which is like you're gonna like a huge chance of dying on the table, and he saved people's lives. He would prevent them from having to have the surgery in the first place because he would tell them to cut out grains and plants from their diet. Why did that stop them from needing heart surgery? Lectins. He wrote a book. He wrote the book on plant toxins. It was called The Plant Paradox, and I've read it about 10 times, and I've recommended it about 100 times. It is amazing. Everyone with tinnitus should read The Phoenix Protocol, Consolations of Philosophy by Alain de Botton. You should read Plant Paradox. You should read Vegetarianism Explained, and I got a few others too. But those are ones you should read. But Plant Paradox was amazing. Lectins, they ruin your gut. What is your gut? It is basically the first brain. It controls your feelings. It stimulates you. It's excitatory or not, okay? It affects neurotransmitters. It affects hormones, your gut. It affects the way your survival. So why would you put shit into your stomach that inhibits your stomach's capacity to absorb nutrients? Lectins are a protein designed specifically by plants, specifically to kill you. And guess what Stephen Gundry is doing now? He's running ads on Instagram trying to get you to buy his shitty program and tell you that you don't need meat and you should be eating what? Lectin-rich food. Somebody got to him. He's either being blackmailed or bribed. This is not good. It is so depressing. People don't see half the shit I see behind the scenes. People try to commit suicide from tinnitus who are vegans. People who can't eat meat because of their beliefs and just can't get over it. And now they're starting to go, look, Stephen Gundry changed his tune. And it's like, fuck. It's such a letdown. It's such a letdown that people can't see that plants are dangerous. They're so dangerous for you. They're so dangerous. They mess your teeth up. And then what are you going to do? You're going to get a root canal. And then what's going to happen? You're going to get serious neurological problems. Or you get a silver filling. And then guess what? Silver fillings are still about 60% mercury. That is one of the most toxic substances known to man. Why is there mercury in fillings? Sorry, it's just a rant. It's been on my mind how people just think that a plate should be full of a rainbow colors. And they don't understand that there are rich people, very rich people, who don't give a shit about anyone's health, and they will ram this cheap shit down your throat because it's cheaper than real meat, and they don't care if you're healthy or not. And you get tinnitus, and you get confused, and then I have to pick up the pieces, which I don't mind doing. I like doing it. But it's just so unfair to the unsuspecting public. It's so unfair to them. People don't deserve this shit. They don't deserve to get tinnitus because they've been lied to by their governments and their doctors. What a fucking joke. Sorry. Such a joke. People should be in prison for this shit. Fuck me. Okay, back to the questions.